What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 76 of the XtraSlice, brought to you by the Cheesy Controller Podcast. I'm your host, Anton LaPlatte. Joining me, as always, we have the Mayor of Stardew Valley and Eorzea, Chris Montalbano.
What's up, everybody?
We got the most degenerate squid in the sea, Jalen Roberts.
I can make it rain by punching you hard enough.
And we got the Ray Trace Durag, Madrid Devon.
I swear, I promise you, like, this is an actual fact. They put a little bit of that ooh in Knockout City.
They put a lot of it. That's that EA money. We got a jam-packed episode for you guys this week. We're going to be talking about the Apex Genesis event. We're going to be talking about Sony buying Housemark. We're going to be talking about the Tetris Effect beta, xCloud, and Windows 11. Because we talk tech on this podcast, you know?
We do. We had a tech episode. It was episode 3, but it was...
So, yeah.
We were like, oh, next time we all get new phones, we should have a episode about that. And we've gone through multiple phones since then. So,
All right.
you know, we could still do the iPhone 12 episode, you know?
Hey, my phone's relatively newish, too, so.
It's an iPhone. It does iPhone things. It works.
All right.
Hit the ball.
Phone review spinoff confirmed.
Heard.
All right, so I guess we could start by talking Knockout City and Apex, because Knockout City this week...
Apex who?
Apex Legends Genesis
No.
event. Yo, this...
Apex also. They put, like, the hold that EA has on us right now. Like...
It's disgusting.
By the cojones, you know, just like right in. By the dodgeballs, you know.
Man, I'm trying to just be, you know, in Square Enix's pocket, but right now it's just
hard.
EA.
Yeah.
I can't even go back to 14.
It's
Oh no, I've been back. I have 28 quests left in base Shadowbringers. Like, I'm going to do that near raid within the next month.
there we go.
Proud of you. I can't wait to do it.
See, the thing that's going well with Apex right now, they got the Genesis event going, right? And like I was saying before, like, they're giving us a good cadence of content. Like, new season, boom. New skins, boom. Event. You know what I'm saying? They really got their rhythm down. The battle passes keep getting better.
We kind of had a drought of content with Apex specifically. That's why we were on The Division and Knockout City and just like other stuff.
Right.
Was because there was kind of a drought of content, but then they
they were just kind of letting
Genesis
the, you know,
event.
they're just kind of letting the season cook, you know, go grind out some shit on your battle pass, you know, go be sweaty and ranked. You know, that was just the point of that season. And now it's like, boom.
Arena.
Yeah, arenas. Like, they, you know, they're hitting out some new arena maps. Like Skulltown's back. Like, fuck yeah. Like OG maps. Like, I was on that shit cleaning up. I was like, damn, it's like I never left this shit. Like, no special places, no portals, no crypto zones, no octane lands. Just out there, just shooting people in the trenches. Kings Canyon, just like, you know?
Living.
Sounds like a beautiful thing.
Like God intended.
God
No crash
intended.
ship.
Now, on top of that, Revenant's fucking heirloom. Amazing.
That thing is tight.
Oh, fucking amazing. Like, holy shit. His new skin? He's just a ninja.
Yeah. And the new Valkyrie skin, all the
That's just-
Valkyrie.
okay, that new
stuff.
Horizon skin. So, okay. I copped the Revenant skin and the Horizon skin. Like, Horizon's got the Voltron motif. She got lion legs. She got lion legs, lion arms, and goddamn a Gundam back. Like, that shit is fire.
Yeah, that shit goes really hard. And then there's Loba.
Oh, yeah. Man.
So I got Loba out of just like, I had crafting materials and I made one of the loot boxes and just Loba.
Is that all you had?
No, I had credits. I mean, at that time, yeah. Things have changed,
Things
you know,
have
things have
changed, huh?
advanced. We'll see. You know. There might be a stream coming soon highlighting some of the advancements that have been made.
Yeah. Well, that's if you play Revenant and you pull out the fucking heirloom. I don't know. I'm gonna be a little salty. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You know,
And that's okay. because I feel an heirloom drop coming in my future because I have not had one, and I am almost level 500.
Jesus Christ. That's so
Yeah.
bad.
I was going through my screenshots and I was like, wait, why is there just a screen cap of me on crypto? It was like 420. I was like, yeah, nice. I won't delete this. When you get the sacred numbers, 420s, 69s, 420, 69, like, come on.
Nice.
You gotta retire it there.
All right, so, I mean, the other thing, Knockout City, Madrid, you did a stream this week on the Cheesy channel.
Yeah, that was the thing that happened.
There was a thing.
Yeah, that was the thing. It was fun. You know, it was fun. It's always fun. Like I'm saying, they put a little bit of ooey in fucking Knockout City because it's just good, clean, wholesome fun. Just good Christian values. Just like a game you can really play in front of the ministry, and I appreciate that. You know.
Not okay. So y'all got me into this game last Wednesday after the podcast, and I downloaded it.
Made you a believer,
'cause
right? You got baptized
Yes. It's free for
by the
first
splash of the
20
balls.
It's free for the first 25 levels, and
First-
I was having a good
First
time.
taste free. The first taste is free. They gonna level you up like
25
fuck too.
hits.
But y'all hear Madrid on this episode right now talking about this game. He was off the fucking wall. Just saying, I just creamed this man over and over again all Wednesday. And I was just like, what the fuck did I just download?
That was the whole.
Sometimes
whole
nerds
stream.
just gotta get creamed.
There
You
was
know?
a segment where Madrid was like, "All right, I got to tell you guys our our Knockout City terminology. I'm gonna catch everybody up."
Yeah,
He's
I'm
like,
gonna get you up to speed. You
He's
know?
like, "I'm a this you killed somebody. That's creaming somebody."
Yeah.
He's like,
Creaming
he's like,
somebody,
and then he
you-
just lobs the ball, and he's like, "And that's a waffle."
That's a waffle.
And that's it.
You get hit by a lob toss coming off the front spin. That's a fucking waffle. It makes sense. It makes sense. It makes
Pro
sense.
stress.
I do have to agree with Anton that this game is just pure fun because we were going back to back on some matches. And I was learning as I was going because I was the first time.
Yeah,
Or
you're like
whatever.
Broly.
It's the-
Right.
Yeah. I'm making excuses of why I suck. But then we actually just got into the hub, the cream hub. Y'all take that where y'all want to go.
It's basically an ice cream shop at that point. Scoops
A
of
creamery.
plenty. A creamery.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Discord homies just all popped in, and we were just all fucking dicking around, and I was like, this is probably the first time we played not the game as intended, and just played around and just messed with each other.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
honestly,
the fun
we
of Knockout
usually do
City
that.
is, like,
Well, yeah, but in this game is the how often do you play a game to where you guys are just in the lobby just
Can just fuck
dicking
around. Yeah, that's the cool.
Yeah.
That's one of my
Monster Hunter.
That's
favorite
what-
things. You can just go to the lobby. When you load in, it's
Chris.
all right. This is the home screen basically. Just on the rooftops, just throwing balls with your friends. That's just great.
All right, everybody who plays Monster Hunter can attest to the fact that we will spend
Yeah, but you don't
hours
fight each
in the
other?
Gathering Hub.
Yeah, but we can't interact on that level.
You can't, yeah,
I
there's
can't
no,
cream. I can't cream you in the fucking in the
you can't
gathering
cream the
hub.
homies.
You know. Hey. Some of the homies in those parties, they'll get you. You think you're chilling, then they switch teams, and you get hit.
Juwan just
get
puts
hit
you in the
with curve.
cage. Juwan just puts you in a motherfucking cage and throws you off the rooftop consistently.
No, you
Yeah,
put somebody in
like,
a
what-
cage
I was
and
like-
carry them to the edge and just jump off.
Juwan is the police.
Yeah.
Woo.
Cage ball's oppressive. Also,
Oh, so they put out a roadmap
Yeah.
for Knockout City, and they were talking about new balls, new maps, new events.
see, that's what I was asking for. New balls. They need new balls. New balls and new map. It's a good time.
It's another thing.
And more drip. The drip in this game is actually really tight. I'm
Yeah.
fucking with
The
it.
drip in this game is so ridiculously good.
So glad
And,
it's on Game Pass.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it's on Game Pass, or you could just buy the game and support the developers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Game Pass is gonna do that. I'm paying my subscription.
Mm-hmm.
I like.
You're gonna fuck.
Game
You're gonna
Pass.
fuck around, buy some loot boxes.
Exactly. They know what they're getting into.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in the mid 50s as far as levels in this game, and I haven't, like, outside of buying the game itself on sale, I haven't spent any money on it.
I'm proud of
So
you.
that's good.
I really am.
Yeah.
As a loot box buying king.
Oh yeah, they just haven't dropped
Uh,
that premium yet for to justify it. But
I mean,
they'll get
Don't they
there.
have a battle pass or something
The battle
like that?
pass is free. It's just you level up in every level, you get something.
Yeah, and people you get it at like you get different things at different places. So that's why people have such
so
random.
It's not like a consistent thing.
Mhm.
It's not like everybody's has the same battle pass. That's why it's not like they lay it out horizontally, but it's really just a leveling up system. It's just you level up and you get shit for leveling up. It's not even like a battle. You can't buy tiers. It's only in the battle pass, and the fact that it's a list of items laid out horizontally on your screen.
Yeah, it works.
Okay.
But yeah, if you haven't checked it out, go check it out.
Yeah, check it out.
The first hit's free.
We got a cheesy controller crew.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know. We'll invite you. You have to own the game to join the crew,
Yeah.
but
I gotta be a part of it.
That's also how they get you.
I mean, they lock trophies out. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff that you can and can't do from the trial version. But the trial version, I played enough that I was like, yeah, I can totally justify buying this game. So, first
Yeah.
25 hits are free. If you make it to level 25 and you're like, this game's not for me, first of all, you wasted a lot of time, but
I don't think you did. In one night, I'm over. I don't know where I'm at. It was fast. Like every
Chris, you
game
just
launched
need
me
to
like
play
4.
with us. We've played like every day.
I played with some. I played one day. I get it. I just didn't. You weren't there.
Right, yeah. And I got to take out the trash and then hop on Apex tonight after the pod. But yeah, so the next story I have on the notes, the tomes of cheese, is Sony acquired Housemark as a developer, and at the same time that they did that, the Japanese Twitter account tweeted out like PlayStation Studios and BluePoint and had the same graphic as the Housemark one, just with the addition of Demon Souls. So we totally
Somebody's in trouble.
Yeah.
So my thing is like, why hasn't it been announced? Because it's been a couple days now,
They probably-
and probably by the time this episode drops,
They're
will
they're probably like figuring out the back end, the business aspect of it.
Yeah, but you don't give something like that to your graphics team unless you've already done it, because that's how shit leaks,
Yeah.
Like I could have told
Didn't
you.
wait,
if
didn't
they were-
Bethesda leak or Microsoft leak that they bought Bethesda a month before they were actually finalized?
Well, no, they talked about once the talk started, they were just kind of out in the open with it.
Oh.
And they're like, yeah, it hasn't been finalized, and it probably will be finalized, but until it's fully finalized, yeah, here are the possibilities of what's going to happen. And then, yeah,
That's a
but
good
they
point.
kind of talked very openly about that once the talk started.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Xbox has been kind of... They have Sarah Bond and Phil Spencer, and now I guess Todd Howard, and...
They literally just tell you everything.
Right, they're like, here, we are Xbox, here's your thing.
And yeah. It's like, let's talk. What makes us better?
So, things... Well, I wanted to talk about Housemark because I want a sequel to Resogun and Next Machina.
But they released a letter saying they were never doing those things again.
Yeah,
Like-
they said Arcade is dead, but then released Resogun, which is a roguelike that is very arcadey,
Yeah, I know.
but also really hardcore. Like the same way there are other games that were really arcadey, yet
Oh, do you
really
mean Returnal
hardcore.
or
Yeah, what did I say?
Resogun?
You said Resogun.
Oh, Resogun.
And I was like,
yeah,
wait,
Returnal.
no. I want to play
Yeah,
Returnal. That's
I'm
want
waiting
to
on a
play
sale
that
on
shit.
Returnal. I'm waiting on the sale on Returnal.
Yeah,
Because the
it
thing
looks
is, I really
interesting.
like Housemark games, and
mean-
like I've bought some of their. I've Dead Nation, Alienation, which I didn't even fucking play. Matterfall, like all these games are games that I've gotten just off the Housemark name.
Yeah.
I just don't know. Returnal just seems like a huge time investment that I don't have, especially when I have shit like Shadowbringers and Final Fantasy VII and fucking Apex, and like the list just keeps going. And like, you know, you put Near Replicant, it's just so much shit.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
much shit.
a lot of those games you just gotta play when you're in the mood for it. So whatever game you're in the mood for,
Yeah.
just go for that and just pursue it until you like max yourself out. And you're like, you know what I got a taste for? Fucking being on an alien planet, shooting shit, and coming back and doing it again. You know? Especially with Metroid Dread out. Like, I see that game, like, hitting more for me, like, a little further along. But
Wait, Metro Dread's out?
no, but I'm talking about, like,
No.
Oh,
coming October. Or November, whenever that shit comes out.
Anton, as a person who's played a lot of Housemark games, do you think Returnal is just like a thing that they made to please the current gamer instead of making what they want to make?
no, because like roguelike is still kind of like subgenre. It's not really like third person open world action adventure game, you know? It's still like, and I mean,
It's getting
there are
bigger.
1,000,000,001.
It's getting, like,
Yeah.
that market is definitely getting bigger.
Hades and Returnal are two huge steps, but I mean, even stuff like Rogue Legacy, like
Yeah.
roguelikes have just kind
There's
of
a
been
shit
around for a
ton.
minute.
Dead Cells.
Dead Cells, Hollow Knight. Well, no, Hollow Knight is not.
So it's
It's
a
just
Hollow
a
Knight is not.
Metroidvania.
It's just
Yeah.
Metroidvania.
I didn't know
You're
you
thinking
could
of like
put,
Hades.
I didn't know you can put Returnal and Hades in the same like genre because they
Yeah.
look completely.
They
Yeah.
look completely different, but the
That's-
gameplay
that's the
looks
cool-
the same.
yeah,
You
that's the cool
play,
thing about
you
it.
Die.
Deathloop
They're bosses.
is probably going to be a roguelike.
Not really, because roguelike implies like procedural generation, and the whole point of Deathloop is figuring out like the routine of the world. Like every time they've shown, it's like, oh, it's kind of like the Hitman thing of like, this person's always going to do this like this, and you have to be creative about killing them
Yeah.
because and learning their pattern and stuff like that.
So it's like a rogue something. Oh shit,
Okay.
Spelunky.
a rogue-ish, yeah, Spelunky.
So, I mean, obviously, Returnal was backed by PlayStation, right? Because it is the exclusive. They've been exclusive
Yeah.
for a while.
It was like a
Well,
second party.
Yeah, they
Yes.
definitely were like kind of a second party, and like they did second party games and stuff. But their battle royale game, that when they said arcade is dead, and then they were going to try and make games that appeal to more people, and they went and started making a battle royale game, that was going to come to Steam, like just straight up. Like it
Yeah.
has a Steam page.
I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, you're making a battle royale game. You want it to get to as many hands as possible. That's what a battle royale kind of is. You don't want to subject it to one system.
Right.
But I'm just like, to me, this is cool because PlayStation's finally doing something. It's finally some like PlayStation news that is adequate to like talk about
Right. So we
Yeah,
coming
have
out of
the
E3. So I was
Housemark
just
confirmed.
like, yeah.
And I mean, that's the thing. PlayStation kind of has been sprinkling news around, like, and that's the thing.
So they're just drumming. They're just drumming up
Is.
the hype. That's probably why they haven't
I
dropped
mean-
the BluePoint acquisition.
Ish, but like
Acquisition,
PlayStation really
yeah.
hasn't like they're kind of doing things, but like it's very quiet. And this is kind of like finally something to listen. Yeah,
I mean, we're gonna
like,
get a state of
them.
play soon. Like
That's
the
what I'm
rumors
like-
of state of
You
play.
can smell it in the air. It's palpable.
Yeah.
You
I
can.
need,
And I hope
that's
State
what I
of Play
want. I
doesn't
need it.
become the new Nintendo Direct of like every time it's like, ooh, the Nintendo Direct's right there, like it's so close, and we go 2+ years without a Nintendo Direct. But yeah, I mean, the State of Play definitely seems kind of imminent. Like, and they could probably drop the BluePoint announcement there, say what BluePoint's working on next. Hopefully, Metal Gear Solid remake.
Yeah.
Well, so there was like a BluePoint tweet like years ago where they talked about like some of the games they worked on, and like apparently they said something like a lot of the references in it. It was like a tweet that was just a bunch of like words and stuff, but like before anybody knew they were working on Demon Souls, there were Demon Souls references in it, and there were Shadow of the Colossus references and Uncharted references, and because they did the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, they did Shadow of the Colossus, and they did Demon Souls, and there were Metal Gear references in that. So Metal Gear Solid 1 remake by BluePoint is something I would totally be down for.
Yeah.
Because their remakes are just next level.
Right. On the PS5
wish they
engine,
would-
that should be nutty.
Oh yeah, what I've seen of Demon Souls is just
Yeah.
Don't you have
insane.
Demon Souls?
yeah. I just haven't really played it. I played more Sekiro on my PS5 than I played Demon Souls. I think I played more Bloodborne on my PS5 than I've played Demon Souls.
Wow.
Do you have Ratchet and Clank yet?
Yes.
Okay. I was like, you gotta have something that actually like
Oh,
get
I
you
have,
to say,
like,
hey, I bought a PS5 for this.
I mean, I've beat the PS5 version of Miles Morales. Final Fantasy VII Remake, I've played a considerable chunk of that and the PS5 version. Like, at least 3-4 chapters worth. Final Fantasy 14, I've been playing the PS5 version. It's just a bunch of stuff that, like, has PS5 enhancements.
Yeah.
More so. And I mean, a lot of these games, like the native version is like, we put more development time in this. And yeah,
Yeah.
I have Ratchet and Clank and I have Demon Souls. The only like big exclusive that I don't have is Returnal.
Which, that's one of the games that I was actually, when it was shown, I was like, this could sell me on a PS5. That and Ratchet and Clank, obviously, but
Yeah, Ratchet and
Returnal
Clank.
actually looked like it'd be a lot of fun. Just kooky enough or out there enough to be like, that's got my interest.
Yeah. The problem with Ratchet and Clank for me right now is it's a single player game, and if I'm playing something single player, I'm either going to be playing 14 basically by myself,
That is,
or I'm going to play 7 Remake, because the PS5 version is just like, I think it's running at a locked 4K 60, and it's just like the Digital Foundry breakdown of it is just like, yeah, this is just a next gen version of this game.
does that get you, or like, is that what is getting you to play the game? Because you had it on PS4, right?
Yeah, but then I kind of fell off it, and then I watched the ending, and then I was like, I went back a couple times, and I was like, you know, like, I have nothing bad to say about the game. It's just, I get sidetracked by a million and one things. It's like the same, that's the problem with, like, anything single player or story focused for me is like, I get sidetracked and it's hard to come back. Where like Apex, I could forget about Apex for a year and come back and still relatively know how to play Apex, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I haven't played Overwatch in forever, but I could pick up Overwatch and play Overwatch competently
Of course.
at the drop of a hat. So that's the thing with me and single player stuff in general is. And so 7 Remake, I got sidetracked. But every time I go back, I play a considerable amount, and I really like that game. Like everything they're doing with the music, and just like the fact that I've been playing 14, and I'm just really in just more Final Fantasy, please, all the time, is pretty much my life.
Yeah, especially with this update that just came out on 14 that is making it easier for you to get your relic weapons and get the tome gear, the heavier tome gear that's harder to get is dope. I haven't been able to go back into it and just like put myself in getting all the rest of the relic items and whatever, but they're hyping up Endwalker and just getting you ready, and I'm just like,
yeah,
it's a matter of time before I just put that back into my veins.
I'm a month away. Like, I'm going to stop. So when I beat Shadowbringers, because that's my next goal, is just beat Shadowbringers. I think I have like 2 dungeons and a trial left. Like,
oh, those dungeons are so fucking good. And then
you were talking about like these dungeons. I know there's other stuff, but these dungeons have been kind of weak in Shadowbringers. Especially coming off of Stormblood. Some of the stuff
Stormblood was weak to me.
Stormblood was a weak expansion. I will
but
give you that.
I'm also talking from the point of like I'm a black mage and they don't let you fucking attack as a black mage.
Wait.
That's literally the job. God damn it, Madrid.
Can somebody clip that in just like no context, Chris?
Because I am a black mage.
God damn it, I hate all of you.
I love it. I love it here.
Look, he's just a proud black mage. It's okay.
let me live.
Yeah.
Just getting attacked by these AoEs.
They always.
But yeah, I'm talking about the point of not a fucking tank. I'm a DPS who's considerably having to learn.
I've played all of Shadowbringers as a samurai.
Have you played any other roles, Chris?
Warrior.
Yeah, I played Red Mage for a little bit, and that was just boring. Like other things are just
like
kind
any
of
other
boring.
like role, you know? Like that's still what? That's still like a range DPS, or is Red Mage a melee DPS?
No, it's still a range DPS. It's still a magical range DPS. He didn't even pick physical range DPS.
Magical range.
Yes,
DPS.
But then you also get physical DPS.
Because I've played healer.
You get a couple of finishers.
Range DPS and magical range DPS.
Like you don't have to worry about back positioning. It's like no.
Back positionings. What?
I mean, yeah, melee DPS have back positionings.
I'm gonna get back into 14. It's the chiropractor.
Jalen, I get what you're saying. That yes, it doesn't like go hard as samurai or whatever, but
Samurai's fun. Like I used to get frustrated. I've learned the ways of the samurai.
It's not even.
I just like doing the most damage.
Go harder type thing. It's one of those red mages and black mages still range DPS, magical range DPS. You're still playing a similar
Warrior
role.
and samurai are two totally different roles. Yeah, like
playing scholar and monk, two different things. Playing scholar and bard, two different things. Like red mage and black mage, that's they're very close to each other.
Right. That's like because I kind of do Gunbreaker. Like my Gunbreaker is my third highest, but even Gunbreaker and Warrior are different. But I mean, it's still tanking.
I feel that, but I also feel like melees didn't get it hard in Shadowbringers. The range DPS got it hard. There's a lot of fucking shit going on outside of like where the boss is. That I was always moving.
There is hella shit. But
I mean, like, but also the dungeons looked cool to me. Like, especially the last few fights are really good.
Yeah, the last few fights. Like
you haven't fought. I mean, obviously,
I haven't made it to the last area.
Yeah,
like,
but
there's definitely one more area in the map that I have to get to.
How in the story you know about the big dude, right? That owns all the rich people.
Yeah.
You know he's like a bad guy.
Yeah.
His fight was actually like really cool. His dungeon in Trial is really fucking cool.
I think his dungeon is coming up because I just killed another Light Warden.
I forgot. And then you get the final fight in Shadowbringers is like the best.
Oh yeah, I am ready. I am so ready. Like, I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying the dungeons so far versus the dungeons, because Stormblood, for as long and as bloated as Stormblood was, Stormblood didn't have that many dungeons, but all the dungeons were really fucking cool.
Yeah, I get that.
And I've been through 2 dungeons in Shadowbringers, so 2 or 3, and they've been kind of like, go down this hallway, and they haven't been. Heavensward, I feel like, was super high point as far as dungeons.
Heavensward was okay as far as dungeons went.
There were just a bunch of dragons.
I really like their trials were like where it was at.
Oh,
when
the
you were
Stormblood trials?
Yeah.
The Stormblood trials were nuts.
There was 14 is just good. And
there was a
play it.
Rathalos.
I know.
There was a fucking Rathalos.
How was the Rathalos
I got
fight?
yelled at twice for
This
trying to
Rathalos
do
normal
the hard
fight is
Rathalos.
okay. The Rathalos extreme fight is not okay.
I have yet to be able to do it.
It's not okay.
What's it called?
hurts.
Is it called like Master Rank or G Rank or something?
No, extreme.
It's just called Extreme. Because I know they
Actually,
called
I
it
think-
Extremeth, like Extreme Behemoth
Yeah.
in Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Actually, I think if you go into it, it does show master.
Oh, okay.
No,
But I'm not
because
100%
Master
sure.
Rank wasn't a thing yet when that happened.
High rank?
Really?
I feel like that's not good enough though. I feel like that's not a direct
Well, the
translation to
parts-
like Extreme.
The parts that you get from the extreme are Rathalos scale pluses.
Oh, so it is high rank. Damn, that was just a victim of the times, I guess.
Yeah. But it's still a cool fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Regular,
still-
like, I probably should
it's a
just go in
dope-ass
and do regular ass Rathalos a couple more times.
Actually, can you not just unsync and do that by yourself at this level?
Maybe. I probably
at
could.
least,
I
like-
haven't done shit Stormblood related since I got into Shadowbringers. I've just been,
Shit.
doing my stuff. Yeah, I've just been out here. What's that dimension called? The source?
Yeah.
I've just been out here in the source.
Wait, when is Endwalker again?
November. End of November.
Okay.
Not
I still got enough time.
way too far away. I really want to be there.
Yeah, Madrid, you
I
can
just
totally
want
do it.
so
now
much
as like
I want to do
being
it on a
at the end of
PS5.
Shadow-
That's the problem.
Wait, Endwalker? He can get to Endwalker if he starts tomorrow and never plays anything else.
No,
That's not happening.
I played a bunch of other stuff. Like, I've played a lot of stuff since February.
Yeah.
And
honestly, at this point,
Think
I'd probably
about it.
just like solo, just like run through 14, because
it's February to July, so 5 months.
I feel like I've
It
got a
took me
handle on
5 months to basically get caught
how
up.
to heal and shit now. And then I can just run DPS when I'm doing story shit.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing about Scholar.
Yeah. It's cool.
I don't gotta play the story as a fucking healer. That's amazing.
I heard what you were about.
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes those story missions are
White
easier when
mage?
you're playing as a healer. No, Scholar, it's like you can't break my barrier, bitch. You can't hurt me.
All right, so I mean, while we're talking about games of the next gen variety, I don't know.
I was like, wait, isn't that what we do here?
What, just talk about games?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole point of this whole endeavor. Is
Now that we're finally talking about video games on this video game podcast,
Several hundred episodes later, we've made it.
it's time to talk about stocks.
It's video game time. Tetris Effect. They had the Tetris Effect Connected beta. They had like the closed beta version, but I requested a code on PSN and only got an Epic Game Store code. And I was like, I could do this, but I kind of don't want to. Because I'd
Why
have to
not?
like go into another room and get the Xbox controller and bring it in here and hook it up. And
Yeah. And then
It's
launch
literally not
Epic
that
Game
hard.
Store.
It's not that hard. It's actually so simple.
But I didn't really have time to play it. But then they were like, it's just open. Like I saw Wario64 tweet out the store link for the just PS4 version. So I don't know if we've talked about this before, but Tetris Effect, it got its connected expansion on Xbox as part of Game Pass when Xbox Series X launched. And they said it's coming to PS4. And so they're just keeping it a PS4 version so it can still have full VR compatibility and all that stuff. But they're just adding crossplay because now there's a Steam version, a Microsoft Store version, an Xbox version, a Epic Game Store version, and a PlayStation version. And so to keep the player pool alive,
No
in the
Switch
game,
version?
they're just doing.
Hell
No,
no.
I don't need Tetris Effect on the Switch. Puyo Puyo Tetris is. They got that. They got the Tetris. They got Tetris 99. Like,
I'm so sick of the Switch not getting games that would be great on the Switch.
what?
I'm looking at you,
Because
Atlas.
Tetris Effect is not one.
Tetris would be great on the Switch.
They have Tetris 99 and
I was about to say
two
Tetris
Puyo
99
Puyo
is the
Tetris
good
games.
Switch game.
I get
That's
Tetris Effect
Is Tetris 99
is
not on everything else?
No, it's only on Switch.
Oh, okay, never mind.
And Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 is on everything.
Yeah, Big Tetris was like, to balance the scales, we're going to keep it there. Exclusively.
But yeah, so, and Xbox was the platform that didn't have a Tetris game readily accessible for a minute. So like,
Big
you could
Tetris
get
was
Puyo
starving
Puyo
them out.
Tetris 1.
I mean,
Tetris Ultimate, the Ubisoft Tetris that just was like the worst version of Tetris ever made.
how do you make a bad Tetris?
By making it, if you have more than 100 friends on any given platform, it just not working.
Jesus.
Yeah, problems like that.
I just like that's crazy. How
And
do
it
you
was
fuck
download
up?
only, and
Tetris was like
It
an
got
Atari
delisted.
game, right? Like, how do you
no,
fuck
it
up?
was like an arcade game. I have my little Tetris cabinet right here.
Yeah, but you could play
it's
it
one
on
of the few
Atari.
It's one of 2 games that have sold more than 1 million copies,
Yeah, I mean,
or some shit like that. Not 1 million copies, or some shit like that.
billion?
Whatever the statistic that destroyed the Avengers. That statistic.
What? It's been out longer than the Avengers were created? Is that true? I don't know. I mean,
No.
I
I think it may, because Captain America and
We not old.
okay.
That's the point.
I said the Avengers. It's old as fuck.
We not that old.
wasn't like Avengers stuff like World War II times initially.
No, that was Captain America. That was World War. Wait, that was Superman. That was World War II times, right?
They were both. I mean, you have to remember that a
Marvel
lot of
and
comics,
DC.
both Marvel and DC at the time, were American propaganda for
At
the
the
war.
time.
That's very true.
At the time,
I guess it did go through phases.
And Tetris originally came out in 84.
Damn.
1984.
No, 1684.
That's funny because I was also thinking 1684.
What the fuck happened in 1684?
Oh,
Niggas was up there with blocks.
Why is that year
Juneteenth.
fucking cursed?
What'd you say, brother? Now that was directed towards Anton.
I said Juneteenth.
Laser beam eyes right here. Just edit them in. Boom, boom.
You just been eating through this whole episode. Kick back. Like,
No, I haven't eaten all day.
I don't blame you, dog. Like, I had to.
It'd be
heat
that
up
way.
some
I tried
food
work?
to eat.
I gave myself a taste and I can't stop.
Did y'all work? Did you work this morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't eat at work. It's hard.
No, I ate a peanut butter and jelly before I went to work. Because I
had a
didn't
big chicken.
I didn't feel like making anything
Some of my
else.
coworkers went to fucking Burger Fi and got Wagyu burgers and didn't tell me. I was like, I would have given y'all some fucking money y'all went and got
Those aren't your
just
coworkers.
fries that came with aioli. I was like, y'all, I'm sitting here eating a McChicken with buffalo sauce on it. Like,
Damn, they don't love you.
That's cold.
You got to be nicer to them or something. I don't know.
I thought they were going to Smoothie King, and I was like, all right, like, I actually want like some food, like.
No, you should just ask for a smoothie. That's what I had. I had
But
a
then
smoothie.
they were talking about going to Panera to get soup, and I was like, yeah, I'm just.
No one wants soup. It's fucking 96 degrees.
It's even.
But then they come back and they have BurgerFi, and I was just like, y'all.
Yo, BurgerFi slaps. That breakfast all day burger.
I want to try the Wagyu burger because I haven't been to BurgerFi. I've been to Grub Burger, and
Okay, are breakfast
What's that?
burgers the highest tier of burgers? Because I think they are.
Breakfast burgers?
what constitutes a breakfast burger? Because if it's just adding an egg to a burger,
Like
Normally,
egg,
a breakfast
bacon.
burger is like, you got like this sweet
bacon.
syrupy
Yeah.
like aioli on top.
Or
you
like
got
some
this
jelly.
egg, bacon, hash brown.
oh, hash brown sounds fucking fire.
That's literally the breakfast all day burger is like a hash brown, egg, bacon burger with a like maple aioli.
All right.
Shit fucking slaps.
Tetris Effect, I did a bunch of ranks, so we're about to talk about my ideal burger. We got a fried egg, we got bacon, we got guacamole, we got pickles, preferably spicy pickles, and we got mayo.
Okay.
I'll take ketchup, I'll take mustard, but you know, I could take or leave either of those.
You got the fatty. That's a well-rounded burger, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, when I make a burger at home, it's always fried egg, bacon, guacamole, mayo, pickles,
So here's mine.
cheese.
Here's mine. Pretzel bun, vegan pretzel bun,
Oof.
impossible patty, 1 to 2, depending on how I'm feeling.
Always 2 patties for me.
Plantain.
2 patty line.
Like
Plantain?
either cut like thin and like a plantain bacon, but still not like still soft, not like crispy, or like maybe even a little bit thicker, just like nice and
I
sweet.
still haven't had
with
an
jerk.
Impossible burger.
With jerk sauce and then vegan mayo on the other side, and a little bit of arugula.
That sounds
Oh,
good.
fucking arugula! Arugula will make a burger. Like, oof.
Fucking
That-
amazing.
I don't
And
think
if
I've
you got
ever
the
had
vegan
a
bacon,
bag.
That
I don't think I've
peppery
ever
ass-
had a bad burger with fucking arugula on it.
arugula with the peppery lettuce is
it's it's really the highest tier of leafy green, if we're being honest.
really is.
It really is.
I wish kale was better because, like, the
You gotta
texture
you
of kale
gotta
on
massage-
a burger would be
You
really
gotta
good.
You gotta massage your kale.
But the
Kale-
flavor doesn't go well with the burger.
No.
But the
Kale to
texture
me-
totally.
No,
would.
no, no,
Kale
no, no.
is
You
a
put the
better
kale on the
side.
side. You give them a nice char. You put them on
Yeah.
on the side.
Yes,
Like if I
exactly.
throw my
Gotta put
kale
that
on a
aside.
burger, I'm cooking it. I'm not doing it raw. I'm cooking it down.
Nope. Negative. You don't do kale raw. I like a sauteed kale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had like sauteed kale and
Now I want a
like
goddamn burger.
oyster mushrooms,
yo.
pan fried oyster mushrooms with
Grilled
jerk sauce.
jalapenos. So, like, a really good burger
motherfucking
is
living.
2 patties, cheese, bacon, pickles, mayo, grilled jalapenos, and hot sauce.
Okay.
Ooh. Shit goes super hard. Like, all right, now that we've talked about burgers for like 10 minutes, xCloud. They upgraded all the server racks to be running Xbox Series X hardware instead of Xbox One. They opened it up to Android devices and Windows 10. Like, if you have Ultimate, you can just do it on either of those things. Because I think last week we were talking about it where I have Game Pass Ultimate, but because they closed like the beta period and were saying it launched fully in September, I couldn't stream. And I'm like, damn. So that's like something that's in this subscription that I'm just not getting for arbitrary reasons.
Like a fucking selling point that you're just not giving me.
Right. And so, and everybody's in the Discord talking about how good it is. Well, it's you and Robbie. Like, between the two of you.
I don't get it. I was the chosen one. I didn't know that, like, I was just bugging about xCloud when it was first announced, and I was like, oh, I'm finally in. And then I guess I never looked. They never kicked me out.
Right, yeah. It seems
because
like
they fuck with you.
If you've had it at any point in time, you just have it permanently.
Yeah, Xbox heard that I was like trying to hype them up through all of their Xbox One, even though they were trash as shit. And they were like, we're going to give you xCloud for eternity. Because you thought we were cool when we were bad as hell. And so,
You lost me, Chris. I'm going to keep it a buck with that. Like,
oh, because
really...
he said, you fuck with me. And then I was the reason why they fuck with me. It's fine.
Hi, I'm
We're
Dave.
going to keep it moving.
But yeah, so xCloud, I streamed Yakuza Like a Dragon. I skipped all the cutscenes and got to the first gameplay section, chased down the dude. And, because I'm like, I've watched these cutscenes on PS5. So I was just like, let me just run this game on a Series X in the cloud over 5G. Like, I don't think I've used it over Wi-Fi yet.
Yeah.
And I've still had, like, decent performance.
How did it work? I mean, they're doing 1080p, so it's not going to be anything immaculate.
Right.
Just to be able to run well or, like, get your frames per second. Which I don't believe the 60, and that's... I mean, people have claimed that before, and it ran like trash, and they're claiming 60 frames per second at 1080p. And it doesn't run that bad, and that's fine. It's
and
like
now,
not 30, but it's above 30, but it's not 60 in my opinion.
I mean, it's probably the refresh rate on your phone or something like that.
That's
so like when I played
too.
it on PC, I played Monster Hunter World, and it was just that. Like,
it was Monster Hunter. It was like you were playing it installed on your PC.
No, it's not that. Like, it's not that good, but, you know.
It's good.
Yeah.
Is it, if you were playing this on your computer and someone walked into the room and be like, yo, let me play, would they be able to tell it was a streamed game?
Probably.
Okay. I mean, that's where, it was good enough to be like, oh, damn, this runs really well. Compared to like Stadia and whatever Amazon's doing.
Amazon Luna's apparently really good. But just because like AWS.
Yeah.
Like,
but like me playing this when I first got into it 2 years ago and me playing this now, I was
even compared to like Stadia or when I would I did that NVIDIA streaming of like,
that was bad.
That was bad because of the internet we were on.
Was that the studio?
Yeah. The studio, like, it wasn't my house internet.
I get that. That's probably where we're coming from, is like, we have the best of AT&T fiber. So it's like, of course we can talk our shit and just play whatever. I'm going to be on vacation coming up tomorrow all the way through the 4th, and I'm going to bring my phone and bring my laptop and probably try out xCloud, where it's like I'm staying in a beach house. They do not have the best internet.
I'd tether to my phone and just stream on my PC. That's the type of shit I be on when I'm in dire circumstances.
Yeah.
Or
I want to test it out. I want to see how good this cloud is based on like parents' internet. You know?
Right, we'll see. But yeah, so xCloud, between it running on the Series X and opening up to more people and just, I want to experiment with it more. You guys, I know I have my plate full, and Game Pass doesn't have Final Fantasy XIV or Final Fantasy VII Remake, so...
Thanks a lot, PlayStation.
Or Guilty Gear.
Or Guilty Gear. Xbox just
Look,
doesn't
man.
have Guilty Gear at all.
Fighting games have me
Or-
fucked up right now.
I don't got none of them
I
at
guess
all.
they don't have any of those games. Yeah, I was about to say.
What you mean?
They have Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah, that's a good game.
Yeah.
Apparently.
they have a lot of classics. Actually,
Yeah, they have some of the older ones on Game Pass, and like I own 13.2. I don't think I own Lightning Returns, and I own 7, like just base 7, all on Xbox. So I
Yeah.
wish they'd expand cloud gaming to just let you stream anything in your library, because that'd be really cool, especially on my Xbox One that doesn't have a lot of storage. If I could just stream any game that I owned running on the Series X in the cloud somewhere onto my base or on my Xbox One S, that'd be really cool.
that would be really cool.
But I mean, we'll see.
I mean,
They're talking
yeah,
about doing this streaming stick. They're talking about all these things. I mean, like,
they're growing. They're gonna put a fucking TV app on your Sony Bravia just to do it.
Chris, what have we said? What we've talked about the Sony Bravia. Stop trying to make it a thing.
It's gonna be a great thing. Come on, buy my
It
TV
was
so
a
I can-
great thing.
Buy my TV so I can buy a Samsung.
Buy your TV?
So I can buy a Samsung.
You want an LG, Chris? LG
Samsung's good
is
too,
the
right?
meta right now.
Is it? I don't know. Fuck. TV metas. After I bought this expensive ass TV and was told it was trash, I fell out hard.
Well, here's the thing. LG, OLED, you're welcome.
Okay. The next time I have money again.
Oh, that shit'll cost you. Like, my ideal TV is a LG. It's 120 hertz, 8K, and it does variable
You lost me at 8K.
refresh rate.
Hell no. I mean,
Oh, hell no.
I too myself go into Best Buy and stand up and look at TVs like a dad with crossed arms and just like, I would buy this.
Oh,
thing.
No,
shit.
see, if they'd give me the controls, because they have motion blur on, they have like all these. No, I
Terrible
need to,
settings.
Yeah, I need to put all of them in game mode and have them all run a game on a PS5 at the same time to be like, all right.
Yo, I brought my PS5 in. Can I see if these TVs are worth it? If
I'm definitely not taking my PS5.
I mean,
to
I
a
definitely
Best
got
Buy.
the
I will
Sony-
not walk out of the Best Buy alive.
I definitely went with Sony because I had a PS4, thinking, oh, this makes sense. And it definitely knows to turn HDR on when I turn my PS4 on.
Ah, that's the thing. I need a monitor with HDMI 2.1 because my PS4 Pro did HDR. Now my PS5 doesn't do HDR because apparently the way it handles HDR through the 2.1, my PS5 just doesn't do HDR.
That's fucked up.
It definitely does 4K 60 though.
You know what?
So
does
good.
do- You know what does do auto HDR?
Windows 11.
Hey, that's coming out.
Yeah, it's coming out by the end of the year. I
Yeah,
think they're
there's
talking
a
about a
holiday.
November launch window. My computer is not compatible, but apparently there's something you have to turn on in your BIOS to make it compatible with Windows
Yeah,
11.
it's like safety boot needs to be turned on. You need a TPS, which
yeah,
I don't know
that's
what
the
the
TPS.
TPS
The TPS.
installed into your motherboard. That's a hardware installed on your motherboard.
Yeah, but apparently, like any modern motherboard will have it.
yeah,
It's just
so
something
I'm
you have
fine.
to go enable. But I downloaded the test thing, like the is your computer compatible with this thing
Yeah.
that they have on the Windows 11 website. And
Hold up.
because I don't have the TPS enabled, it's saying that they're like, yeah, fuck you. So I gotta go and fuck with that and see, because it really sucked not being able to upgrade to Windows 11, because that's getting auto HDR. It potentially could get FPS boost.
Yeah, it was like it's bypassing the CPU and saving things onto your graphics card that makes everything go by faster.
Well, what they're talking about doing the Xbox Series X thing and PS5 thing of using super fast NVMe storage,
exactly,
and like boosting games based on that, and like so getting like SSDs have been common in PCs for a while, but I remember when they were talking about this with the PS5 and Series X, and I was like, yeah, basically PCs are going to have to catch up to this because now games are loading. Like, the way they're using the SSD, games just aren't using it in that way on PC, and now Windows 11 is going to allow games to do that.
Yeah, I mean, makes sense because it's like Windows 11 or some sort of version of Windows 11 probably runs the Series X and S, so this is just a matter of time for them to get a PC to get caught up. I'm excited for Windows. There's bad that comes with it, with all this, like, if you don't have the right specs or whatever, that sucks. The good that, like, you can run Android apps because the fucking Windows Fold and then Windows 10 S or Windows 10 portable operating system allowed for Android's apps to be played on their phone, so now they're implementing it with Windows 11, which is cool.
Right, and it'll be less sketch than BlueStacks because I still haven't gotten BlueStacks to like work completely on my computer.
It's embedded. I mean, like they're gonna work seamlessly onto your
well, the problem is it's not going to have the Google Play Store. It's going to have the Amazon App Store.
What? Oh wait, I heard Google Play Store.
No, it's the Amazon App Store that is how you're going to run Android apps on your PC. So, like, maybe Google will be like, hey, you can do this too now, but, like, out the gate, it's just Amazon.
Amazon app, okay. And then something that's cool, a multi-desktop, so you can just change desktops for how you're feeling. You have your gaming desktop, which, I mean, I like because I love to keep my desktop organized based on what I'm doing.
So
and if I could just change it,
after last week's recording fiasco, I went through my computer and like burnt everything. Like I deleted everything off Steam that I just wasn't gonna play. Like if it's a game, like I think all I have is like Master Chief Collection, Skullgirls, and like Session. Like I deleted so much shit. I like all I have in the Epic Game Store is like Tetris Effect, Rocket League, Hades, and Transistor, like just because it's fucking Transistor. But like, yeah, I know you guys have seen my desktop before, but I cleaned up my desktop. I have like under 10 things on my desktop now. Nice. So
yeah, that's what's like. That's
so having different desktops
and just being able to organize for like what you're trying to do. I see Windows 11 because they talk about the flow, especially with their new phone they just dropped last year. They talk about this flow that they don't want to stop, and being able to do multiple desktops and doing different things with like what you're doing. You can set it up the way you want to and just keep going and keep producing and keep being productive and all that. Windows 11 seems as it's going to be that way, and watching the reviews, I think they've made things complicated that aren't complicated on Windows 10, complicated on Windows 11. Like just being able to do the basic shit of finding your specs from on your computer and to searching. They like took away a little bit of the like hot bars that like make you do things fast, which all I've seen was like the previews of it in the beta or like pre-downloads, whatever you're calling it. But it seems like they need to like do some work on making what made Windows 10 perfect for what it is. Not perfect that it is perfect, but perfect for what it is, and like keep the things that work and don't break that.
Right. Yeah, I totally get it. And so Windows 11 seems like, I remember they said Windows 10 was going to be the last Windows, and then they were talking about 10X and a lot of the stuff, and now 11. 11 just seems like the upgrade that Windows kind of needs to unify a bunch of stuff, because like it's kind of disparate in 10. Like, and I heard somebody talking about this on a podcast. It always seems like we get a new operating system when the old operating system has gotten so rickety and like held together with duct tape and fucking chewing gum. Like when the last OS kind of gets to that point of just like buckling under the pressure of existing, they come out with a new one. And I mean, that's kind of how OSs have worked in general, and so why can't Windows do that? Like, I know a lot of people are making a lot of... People seem to be kind of all over the place about Windows 11, but like, I personally am totally here for it.
People will be... I mean, Windows 10 came out in 2015. That's over 6 years ago. Or like, as of 1 month.
And it was rickety as hell when it came out.
Yeah, exactly. And it only got better as people were doing. I mean, Windows 10 was only created because Windows 8 was fucking trash. Big trash. And so Windows 11 will probably not be the greatest thing, and everybody's going to hate it when it first comes out. But once Windows 11 finds its ground and people, they know what they're doing and get the updates right, it's going to be better than Windows 10. I don't think Microsoft will ever stop making updates to the OS. Like, Mac's never going to stop updating the OS to make it better. Why would Microsoft? That's kind of like really dumb thinking in the technology realm.
Well, like, in the technology realm, if you compare it to, like, iOS or anything else like that, iOS has just kind of been iOS for the last several, and they just kind of improve on it. Windows 11 is like a revamp. iOS hasn't had a revamp in years.
Really? I feel like the last...
Android is getting a revamp.
Yeah.
Like, the new Android 12, I think. Like, Android 12 looks like a complete revamp for Android. Yeah. Which looks like it's something they've really needed for a while.
I feel like Apple found its formula that its customers enjoy, and they have stuck with that because Apple tries to make everything as easy as possible for its customers. They dumb down everything to where it's like not hard to get to where they want their customer to get to. If their customer, their user wants to find something, they can easily find it. I don't think they want to change that formula because they have a huge fan base that isn't trying to like hack into a system where Windows kind of feels like it's a little complicated sometimes trying to find certain things, where Apple makes it easy to find certain things. And I think Apple doesn't need to change what they're doing. They already have a perfect formula for their fan base. Windows always has to change because they're not exactly like, they kind of hit the mark, but they never actually hit the mark. They're always pissing somebody off when it comes to their operating system.
Yeah, because that's just kind of PCs.
Yeah, I mean, when you get down right to it, like the average person like me, Jalen, everybody in here, like you who has a PC, you never really have a problem with PCs and its operating system unless you're trying to do some like build a video game itself. Then you start having issues. But you're an average user, you don't have problems.
Well, I feel like even my PC and all this stuff, like, just that's why deleting a bunch of shit was just like, I went into the like app, like add or remove programs menu in Windows and uninstall shit. I went through all the game launchers and uninstalled shit. Yeah. I mean, and so, but I have random issues of just like weird shit of Windows being piled in on itself.
Yeah, and that's fair. But that's always been Windows, and hopefully they change it. because they're seeing what Xbox is trying to do and make it better, and their operating system in Xbox is to me very good. I think like it's easy to use. Their ecosystem is just really good. I think Windows 10 or Windows 11 when it comes out and when they like really like get it down and figure out all the bugs and flesh out what Windows 11 is truly going to be, I think they're going to try to do what Xbox is doing and make it a user-friendly. Even what Mac is doing, I applaud Mac for making it a user-friendly operating system. And I think that's what Windows 10 or Windows 11, Jesus, is going to try to be.
All right. And we've been going kind of long. We kind of just went off on a whole PC tangent. But, you know, some people out there will appreciate that. Yeah. Does anybody have one more thing before we wrap?
Yes, this. Doki Doki Literature Club is on console.
I thought that was Doki Doki, and I didn't want to be ignorant. Also, play
if
it
you know, you know. Oh, I'm gonna.
You know, you know.
I'm definitely about to copy it and stream it.
Okay. Again?
It's got added content. It's got bonus content and trophies now.
Oh no! Added content. What could they do? How
Probably
are they
not
actually gonna? Wait, how are they gonna? I don't want.
Yeah, there's some things in that game that I want to see how they do it.
Yeah, because once you beat it the first time and then kind of figure out how to beat it once you beat it again, you got to go in and delete some shit on the back end.
I don't know.
I mean, but like, it's fine.
That's fine.
I want to know how PlayStation's gonna do it because that's gonna be cool. Whatever they figure out is gonna be cool.
We're gonna see. You know, I'm excited. So
yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah, that was my one more thing. Oh, Persona 4 Golden sold 1 million copies on Steam apparently.
Yeah.
And it's on shit. God damn it.
And it's on sale for 40% off at this moment. So if you're watching this,
Jesus Christ, just get it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that after stream.
It's so good. It's so
all right.
fucking good.
Well, you can follow us all collectively around the internet, cheesycontrollerpodcast.com. Remember to subscribe to the YouTube, join the Discord server. You can find me on Twitter at Anton63X's Chris.
Chef and Chris.
Jalen.
Squid Bishop.
Madrid.
Speedwagon X.
This has been a Noah's Good production. The video version is edited by Akumasanti, which is a lie. The video version is edited by Lana Twisted Mind. The audio version is edited by Akumasanti. Until next time, keep it cheesy and cream that nerd.
I don't know that. Yeah. Cheesy.